Throughout American history, the legacy of Indian boarding schools has been left in the shadows, along with hundreds of thousands of Native Americans who were separated, abused, and in some cases silenced. But the National Native American Boarding School Healing Coalition is looking to bring light to that history. KX News' Paige Gilmar tells us about the Oral History Project.
Truth, justice, healing. Those are the words that beat through the minds and hearts of the historians of the Oral History Project today at the United Tribes Technical College in Bismarck. Located at the college's Skills Center, the National Native American Boarding School Healing Coalition, or NABS, is going around the U.S. to conduct oral histories, hold ceremony, and provide a space for healing to boarding school survivors. Thanks to the work of the Department of the Interior's Secretary Deb Haaland, who began investigating more into those affected by the Indian boarding schools, as well as a grant, the project is set to last until 2026. Their vision is to listen, honor, and heal a collective trauma that Native Americans have endured for decades.
We hope to be able to create a lasting testament and a memorial, really, to the courage, the honesty, and often the pain that goes with the stories, but also the healing journeys that we are hearing from our relatives as they're sharing these stories, to be held in preservation for generations to come. We have to be able to learn from this.
According to NABS, a total of 523 Indian boarding schools have opened in the U.S. since 1801, with a majority of them receiving federal support. NABS identified 17 boarding schools in North Dakota alone, and about 125 of those schools still remain open today. For many, the trauma is fresh, raw, and real. That's why NABS has created a robust training and follow-up process to ensure that Native Americans who participate in the project feel safe and heard, including meeting with elder-in-residence Sandy Whitehawk after they have told their story.
Trauma brings us into places that we would have normally never been in, and the shame doesn't belong to us. The shame belongs to those who did it to us.
Whitehawk was a survivor of the boarding school system as well, being separated from her family in the adoption process. Through the support of her elders, she has been able to turn pain into healing. And through NABS, she believes the prayers of Native Americans will finally be answered.
Each generation praying for relief, and it not coming, and it not coming, but still praying. And each year, all our ceremonies from each direction, praying for that. Right. And that's how we stand here today. That's how these young people are here working. That's an answer to prayer.
The Oral History Project hopes to be the first national permanent oral history of boarding school survivors.
This is an important moment in the history of our nations and the history of the United States, to be able to reckon with this history directly from the voice of those that were most deeply impacted.
For KX News, I'm Paige Gilmar.
The Oral History Project will be stopping in Great Falls, Montana next month, and to learn more about how you can contribute, you can go to the site boardingschoolhealing.com.